don't know 4Xers. I've heard of them. I don't know. Slick was in the pen with me. They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. They're clout chasing still. They're still kissing ass. And quite frankly, they're weird as fuck for even dealing with somebody that they see an interrogation video of. That means that they don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that's in their neighborhoods that's telling. Honestly, that goes for 4Xers. That goes for Eastside Slick. That goes for anybody that deals with BigSad. I'm going to be the man to say it because at the end of the day, it depletes the culture. Now, check this out. When I got my case, I was 15. I had a crime meet. I was 21. They offered me 70 years in youth authority to tell on my crime meet. I didn't tell. And I ended up with 21 years of my life.
Damn.
But I stand on that, though. I stand on that. To this day, I stand on not snitching. I stand on not fucking with people that snitch. Because these would be the motherfuckers that do something, commit a crime, and then tell on some shit that they know about to get out of that crime. That's coward shit. And if anybody fuck with them, you're a coward too. That goes for anybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. Straight up. Scandoe said it.
So you feel like if somebody has enough clout, people kind of overlook the ratting?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there shouldn't be that much clout in the world to overlook a person that's in the culture telling on another man, and got that man some time. Now, whether the person got a license or not, you still did something that's against the rules of the culture. Just don't stop gangbanging. And then another thing, he's still saying he's from this game, right? Sad is still repping this game. This is the reason why he's going back and forth from Blueface, because Blueface had dissed the game. Nobody else said anything about anything until this motherfucker Sad started dissing Blueface to get clout. That's what he's doing. He's dissing Blueface to try to get some. This call is being recorded. Knowing Blueface is coming home to a real bag. Blueface on the radio. Sad never made the radio. He got 1,000 songs, and he still haven't made the radio. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to make sure that he got some type of shock effect by dissing Blueface. Shout out to Blueface though. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with Blueface. You know what I'm saying? And we all come from the same section. And I know one thing for sure: Blueface is more of a crip than Sad ever would be. Sad told on a murder case and recanted his statement. It's a video that we in WAC 100, shout out WAC 100, ended up putting out. I put it on my page. If you go to Scandoe.GTR.OTR on TikTok or on my Instagram, you will be able to see that he's in the interrogation room with McDonald's and coffee and smoking like these dudes that sell in the interrogation room do. And he's giving a description of the car that was involved in the murder. We didn't need the paperwork because he kept on saying, nobody got paperwork on me telling, nobody got paperwork on me telling. The angry little man he is. So we ended up getting the video, fuck the paperwork. And he gave a description of the car that was involved in the murder. Right? In our culture, you just don't talk to the police. If you're involved in anything that got to do with anything, you don't involve yourself with the police. You don't. You just don't do it. And he did it. We have a video of it. If you look at the video on my page, Scandoe.GTR.OTR on Instagram and TikTok, I went viral for that, exposing this guy, and he started dissing my dead brother, which is his homie. Now watch this damn homie. I have never in my entire life heard of a gang member dissing his own dead homies from his gang because somebody has called him a snitch or a rat. I have never heard that. That's my brother, and because of the disrespect that he has put upon me and my family by dissing him, I'm going to whoop that ass. And it's going to always be up between me and him when it comes to fighting. I don't want nothing to happen to the guy. I don't wish no death upon the guy. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that I'm going to whoop his ass when I catch him. And I've already put out on interviews with them homies. I already put out on interviews that I will put up $40,000 to fight him. He can wear gloves. I mean, I can wear gloves. He don't have to wear gloves. Let's go 3 rounds, a minute a round. If I don't knock him out, I will stop gangbanging. I will lay my rag down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how serious I am about whooping his ass. And I've already put it out on interviews. I've already shouted it out through Munchie and No Jumper. That BigSad is a bitch. He's been a bitch. He will always be a bitch. The funny thing about it is I don't hate him. I don't hate my heart for him. I just want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way that he speaks on his songs and the things that he said, it's not really him. You know what I mean? It's not really him, and I know that it's not him because I watched him grow up. But yeah, let's talk about it.
So what happened between you two?
He's from my section, and we grew up together basically. I ended up going to jail when I was 15, but I know him and his brothers well. He has 3 or 4 brothers under him, or around his age or whatever, 3 brothers, whatever. And him and my brother became close because my brother was from my neighborhood. Sad was from a different neighborhood. My neighborhood and that neighborhood didn't get along. Sad and my brother ended up being enemies because they both were from rival gangs. As they got older, about 18 years old, they both turned this one gang. It's a mutual gang, and it's we have friends that all turned this gang, and which is Playboy gangsters. Once my brother and him started pimping, they became rivals almost in the pimp industry because my brother was thriving in that sense because he had all the prettier girls. He had all the girls that was willing to deal with him, and I believe Sad didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that names themselves Sad Boy has some type of insecurities about themselves, in my opinion. My brother passed away. Once he passed away in 2017, a lot of things that they were going through within their cells and their inner circle was exposed to me. I just became the person to speak on the shit because I was tired of the fake shit. I was tired of the fake friendship. I was tired of his homies saying that they love him and they didn't because they did absolutely nothing for my brother. Before, during, or after his death. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And BigSad once reached out to me while I was in prison right before I came because I went viral in prison a few times for doing videos and rapping. And we had a conversation over the phone with me and about 4 or 5 other guys from different sets in our neighborhood. And Sad was like, hey, man, how did you get your song on BandLab? Or how did you get your song to sound so crisp? I'm trying to rap. I'm like, bro, you got money behind everything. Put your money behind you and Steve-O, which is another one of our friends that's rest in peace. Y'all put your money behind your rapping. Get on Warstar, deal with Draco and, other dudes that's in the inner city industry and take off. And that's kind of like what he did. He put his money behind himself and, went on Warstar and did a couple Warstar videos and went viral, and the rest is history.
What are your thoughts on P4k rolling it up?
Oh, listen, it doesn't surprise me because it's one of the motherfuckers that was running around with BigSad. Right?
Yeah.
This is one of the motherfuckers that was running around up and down Figueroa thinking he was some type of pimp, but you want to put your hands on people, on women, and I don't respect him. I never respected him. I don't respect him. And yeah, it don't surprise me. It's the same motherfucker that loves BigSad Boy, and hopefully the sense of love that they got for each other, hopefully Sad give him a lawyer. But the shit that he in jail for is not cool. We don't condone it, and quite frankly, fuck him. Straight up, Scandoe said it.
Yeah, because when I spoke to J.R. while he was in the county, he was saying that P4k, he would have been able to walk the main line. They don't know why he rolled it up. And that until he gets a guilty, that they're fucking with him.
Yeah, P4k, if he fall on our door right now, he wouldn't last 5 minutes. So, again, until he found guilty, what do you mean? What do you mean until he found guilty? You know what the charges are. They know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got video of him on Fig doing what he was doing. So, hey, at the end of the day, fuck anybody that fuck with P4k. Straight up. Fuck anybody that fuck with Sad. Straight up.
What are your thoughts on just the situation with DC Baby Draco?
I believe he's doing what he do. He's a journalist, right? He's in the field of journalism, so you know what I mean? If one day he's in the 40s and he's doing a hood blog on the 40s and they doing what they do, and then he's able to go to the Hoovers and then, they get on their blog and do what they doing, people got to understand that, you know, everybody's trying to go viral nowadays. Everybody's trying to be seen. Everybody wants a voice. Excuse me. So you know, the banded and unbanded, I can't really speak on how the 40s run they hood, but I know in my hood that, you know, if we come to a conclusion and say that he's not welcome over here, he's just not welcome over here. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be the bottom line. So, you know, that's a tough one. It's a tough one because I don't believe he's doing anything wrong other than being a journalist.
People are saying that he should be editing out people dissing other hoods, and he should have edited out the bandana getting burned on camera.
I mean, that's the shit motherfuckers want to see, though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's the culture. That's the bad part of the culture. One of the bad sides of the culture, which is a double-edged sword, right? Mm-hmm. But you know, that's the shit that motherfuckers want to see. And as a journalist, just like if you look on the news, and they do journalism, and you watch the ABC Evening News, they talk about shit that's overseas, that the shit that Donald Trump is doing, certain shit that motherfuckers like me I don't care for. I don't, you know, that shit ain't happening. It's happening to other people. It ain't happening to me, but I want to watch it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to see it. It's this part. It's the belly of the beast that he's in. You know what I mean? I hope that he evolves. Shout out to him. I hope that he evolves in the journalism because that's all it is. It's journalism. He's not doing anything wrong. The gang culture know what it is. You know what I mean? You know, they don't have to see somebody burning the flag to say fuck them dudes. Y'all know what it is. You got motherfuckers that got tattoos on their face that disrespectful dudes gangs, other hoods and shit. You know, that's tattooed on their face. So, you know, I don't know. That's a tough one, damn homie.
But then just yesterday it came out that he was arrested while doing a hood vlog, allegedly he got arrested for pimping on a minor.
Have 1 minute remaining.
So he was arrested for pimping on a minor, and then he ended up pleading out because the girl never came to court.
This call is being recorded.
To pandering.
Now that's where he'll have to get held accountable for. That's him, you know, getting caught up in some shit that he shouldn't be involved in. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to him, but hey, if life, humble yourself for life will. That's a quote that I live by.
So you and BigSad have a song together, and I don't think people know about this song, right?
Yeah.
What's the song called?
So, Drop It Friday. It's a song called Politics featuring BigSad. It's a song called Politics by Tr3yway6k. Shout out my little brother Tr3yway, free Tr3yway. It's a song called Politics by Tr3yway featuring BigSad and myself. So what happened was that I did the song with Tr3yway. Got the song to OTR. We kept the song. Tr3yway go to jail. We opened the verse to it, and I get on the song last, and I did BigSad on the song that we're all on. We're dropping that song this Friday. Go check it out. It's going to be called Politics on all platforms.
Oh, good shit.
BigSad and Scandoe.
Okay, definitely going to look out for that.
I've been in the county going on 5 months now. To sum it up in a nutshell, had an ex-girlfriend call the police on me and make up a frivolous story. And based on what I got out of jail...
This call is being recorded.
Based on what I got out of jail for my 21 years, they took what she said serious. And I'm in jail right now for an assault with a deadly weapon, but it's been dropped down to a domestic dispute. So I should be out any day now. Just literally as I broke up with her. And we got text messages with me dealing with her weeks, days, and months after the alleged incident. And and it goes back to your point, like, what really happened. Because if someone hurt you in the way that she described I did, why are you still with that person days, weeks, and months after? And even the text message is saying, you can't leave me or my kids. First of all, I got the right to change my mind. Second of all, those are not my kids.
What did you learn out of this situation?
I learned to leave when I see the red flags. So, you know, the controlling aspect of someone's character traits of a woman, the vindictiveness of a woman, and a woman just scorned from last previous relationships, and she still brings them up in her current relationship. So I learned just to leave and let bygones be bygones once I see the red flags, for sure. And when the police get involved, and either one of you guys got a history or a past, oh, it's going to get brought up in court. And it almost doesn't, the current charge of domestic violence almost doesn't even matter anymore. They start bringing up the old shit that you were convicted for or allegedly convicted for or whatever the case may be. So you have to understand and know your place in the relationship, especially when it comes to domestic violence, because once the police get involved, the system gets involved, and that's a whole nother monster.
It's crazy because in New York, I've seen they don't really take domestic violence serious at all. Like, unless you use a weapon, what they might do is, if I come to court, let's say, then they might give them a day of anger management, the most. But they don't really do shit to you.
I mean, in California, they have something called...
This call is being recorded.
They have something called the Women Against Violence Act, which is basically the Nicole Brown Simpson's law. Because when her and OJ were in a relationship, he was abusive to her physically. She would call the police would come, she'd be like, oh, I changed my mind, and she won't press charges. Now, because of what happened to her, even though he beat that case, they still had a civil suit, and they went to the legislators, got a law passed to where if you're a woman and you call the police on a man for any type of abuse, they have to incarcerate you and investigate that case. So that shit can go from a month, 3 days, a month, 3 months, to you taking a deal for 3 years or even longer. So it's the laws in California that have to change in order for people like me to be out of these situations faster. And that's kind of like what happened in my case. I didn't even know she called the police on me once I broke up with her. And, you know, a couple days passed by, and I will be saying this, honestly, that a couple days passed by, and I did miss her. So when she hit me, it was like, you know, you want to go to a Clippers game? I'm like, well, I don't want to go to a Clippers game. We need to talk about what transpired first, you know what I mean, with me and you, and, you know, everything that's going on with your baby fathers and his kids and whatever. So excuse me. So when she did, when I hit her back and she put up to my house, we talked, and honestly, we just went out together and went to go eat, and then I was with her days, weeks, and months after that. She never told me that she called the police on me. So when the detectives called her 2 months later, because they never came looking for me also. So when the detectives called her, she told them that she lied. She believed that things that I had in my hand was fake, and she didn't want to press charges. The state pressed charges on me. It wasn't her. So going back to the point of, if you call the police on any relationship, right there, the relationship is over. There's no reason for reconciliation. There's no reason for, you know, trying to figure out how that happened, how that won't happen again, because now you have the system is involved. It's deeper than the police now. It's the system. And you have the court system, you have the prison system that's waiting for motherfuckers like me to fuck up again and get right back into the belly of the beast to where they're getting paid millions of dollars off of us. And sometimes women act so impulsively that they don't see that part. And that shit is embarrassing to just a culture, because the culture has this shit. 80% of this county jail recidivism rate, 80% is because of domestic violence. Back to now, we have my preliminary hearing. She comes to my preliminary hearing, get to understand, and my lawyer ate her ass up, asking, you know, so perjury could have been admitted here in this courtroom because you lied when the private investigators called you after the incident, right? And she said, yeah. They said, why did you lie? And she made up this whole another lie. So going into my trial now, I have a right to face my accuser. So we want her to come to court because I'm going 12 people. This is the thing. You have 12 people in the trial that have other shit to do, that have better things to do. They got kids, they got jobs, whatever. Now you got 12 people on jury duty that have to sit and listen to a woman scorn because I broke up with her and she came with a lie saying I put a weapon on her, and then she lied about that, and then she had to make a fourth testimony. I want her to go to jail for that.
Yeah.
She needs to go to jail for that. She needs to understand that you cannot put people's lives at risk like this. She needs to understand, and mind you, damn homie, I'm not the first one she's done this to.
Oh, she has a history.
To the red flags part.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the red flags part. She had CPS called on her by her baby daddy. She has 3 kids by 3 different guys. So all 3, again, a red flag in a relationship. Me in a relationship is the multiple baby fathers, because not saying that they're bad women. I'm just saying that the origin of
This call is being recorded.
their relationship with these men after having kids by them, I didn't do my investigations thoroughly or ask the proper questions, because these are 3 other guys that she's been with, these 3 other failed relationships, but their kids involved. So, you know what I mean? Once I did find out through my lawyer how many times she's been arrested, damn homie, she has more convictions than I do.
Oh, damn.
Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And they're charging me with a second charge with somebody that wasn't even there. So it goes back to me and what I went to jail for. I did 21 years straight for a murder, an attempted murder, that when I was a kid. I was 15 years old. Got my life sentence overturned at 36. Got released. And so anytime I'm arrested, they bring that up. So if somebody says I have a weapon, they're going to take me serious. I'm not the average person that can just go to jail for some small shit. You know what I mean? Jaywalking, they're going to bring up a murder case. Vandalism, they're going to bring up a murder case. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
When you met her, you said yourself you seen the red flags. What made you still pursue it with her having multiple baby fathers, clearly not being right in the head, having, prior arrests, but then she's quick to call the police? What made you even go after that?
Me being insecure, honestly. I have a deep, insecure, and naive way to approach any relationship when I was released, because, again, I went to jail when I was 15 years old. I was 6, and I was in no parole, no probation. So it was like I went somewhere for 21 years, and they just kicked me back out to the world. So when I got back to the world, I still had that juvenile, naive approach to any relationship, which is unhealthy, because I didn't take the time out to catch the flags of, also her, pay me in with money. You know what I mean? I got home, I didn't have nothing. So she come buy me some shoes, let me drive her car, give me somewhere to stay.
This call is being recorded.
And I believe in those moments that, oh wow, she cares about me. Oh wow, this is what I need in life. Those are not the basic necessity needs that you need, because those are all material things that I can get in a healthy relationship.
That was control.
Myself.
She was doing that to control you, because when a woman spends money on a man, you feel like you own him now, like he owes you something in return, but that's not the case.
Absolutely. And that right there, from a mental health standpoint, is why I can honestly say that my intimate issues played a part in that as well, because I felt like, and I believe that, since she bought me those things, she meant her actions. And it truly wasn't true. So me being in this situation now, I had time to reflect, and I started to exercise these things that I started reading in this book called Conquer Worry and Anxieties, The Secret to Mastering Your Mindset. And so in my mind, I started to believe like how powerful I am with maneuvering around this world. And that's what I'm starting to do. So, healing from this situation is an awesome thing, because I'll never go back to that situation ever again. So I became way more self-sufficient. I became way more, what's the word? I'm not codependent. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not codependent on anything that's people, places, or things to be able to control me ever again. I depend on myself now.
Facts. And it takes a very strong man to admit that, because it's not easy. And because society makes you almost feel like you can't even show your emotion or, be in tune with yourself, because as a man, you're not supposed to have emotions, but you are, because, the men who will put hands on a woman, they have no emotion. So it's like, make it okay for a man to be emotional. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man, I'm glad that you say that. We are human beings. That's one thing men have to realize. We are human beings. We bleed like the next man. We cry like the next man. We are humans. So to actually say that we don't have feelings, men don't have feelings, that dehumanizes you. You know what I'm saying? It's a word called dehumanizing. And if I'm dehumanizing myself by saying I'm not having feelings, it's a highway to prison.
Yeah.
Literally, you have to be in tune with yourself and your emotions to understand that I can control myself and my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because you act off emotions. We act off emotions. That's something that we're not supposed to do as humans. So the more that speaking for myself as an I statement, the more that I take my mental health serious, the more I can control my destiny. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm working on now. At this moment, is controlling my destiny, because my emotions has put me in places that ultimately put me in prison for 21 years, and ultimately put me in jail in this situation for staying longer than I should. And another thing, just to tap on subject with her, the lady that put me in here, is that I got emotionally attached to her kids. I was a victim of abuse when I was a child due to a stepfather. And once I started dealing with her kids, her youngest son, became real attached to me. And I was like, if I'm going to be in his life, I'm going to be the male role model that I wish I would have had. So that's another thing that was keeping me in the relationship longer than I should have been. Because I am a good dude when it comes to the kids. That's one thing I pride myself on. I want to see the next generation grow way more healthier than we did. And, obviously, it still put me in a situation like this because she didn't give a damn how good I was to her kids. It was about how she felt and how she wanted to control the situation. So, that was another red flag for me, is that becoming emotionally attached to people's kids, because I don't want to hurt myself in the process, dealing with some kids that'll end up lost later on in life without the male role model, positive male role models that I had, that I didn't have. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm working through that as well. So when I do deal with kids now, it's in a healthy setting like football, basketball, going to school, speaking to kids about domestic violence and mental health. So that's the road I'm on now. But for sure, I'm working on my emotions and my anxiety as well. Yo, so shout out to the label, shout out OTR, shout out GTR, Soulless, Lefty Gunplay, etc. Bino Beans, my brother, KJ, my girl, D Real Tia Mia, and most importantly, my brother Ronnie, man. Thanks for putting this interview together between me and Damn Homie, bro. Say My Name is out, Scandoe, Say My Name. Go check that out on all platforms, you dig? And again, fuck BigSad, Big 1900K.
This call is being recorded.
And thank you again, Damn Homie. It's been a pleasure, love. You are a dog. You are someone that the women need to look up to. And honestly, you're doing a beautiful thing by just being a journalist to give the voice to people that's voiceless. And, like I say, teach his own. But I fuck with you. You got real motherfuckers that's doing interviews, not just the ones that's on the other side. You got some real motherfuckers you doing interviews for, you dig?